Hello everyone, welcome to the day 3 of Microsoft Azure Bootcamp. This bootcamp is organized by Azure Developer Community. I'm Lakshit Pant, your host for today again here, and we are going to cover today Azure identity management and governance and a little bit more about the security stuff. This is the day 3 of Bootcamp. If you haven't watched out the day 2 and day 1, I'll be sharing every link over your mail, so you can just check this out. Also, if you can just check the other links on our YouTube channel as well as on our LinkedIn post also. So I have already posted all the links over there. You can just check out all those things. Just before, good evening everyone. Good evening. So we have again our expert speaker here, Mukesh Shah here, who is a cybersecurity consultant, has been doing incredible in the community, and also he's our exclusive Azure developer lead. And now it's the time to first, before handling the stage to Mukesh Shah, I just wanted to announce the winner for yesterday's giveaway. So the first winner is Isha Goyal. So we have randomly chosen some comments and those who have written a little bit good. So Isha Goyal is the first winner. Second is Dev G is our second winner. Congratulations, Dev G. Dev G is our second winner. And we have Anshika Rajavat here, who is our third winner for the day. Anshika, Devji, and Isha Goyal. These are the three winners for the bootcamp of day 2. So you can just ping us out over our LinkedIn, over the Azure Developer Community official channel of the LinkedIn handle. And you have to share your email over there, and we'd be very happy to share you some Azure voucher credit. So that's it from my side. And yeah, those who are still struggling to get some giveaways, you can just try your luck today. We are also going to have some giveaway today. So over to you, Mukesh sir. Everything up to you now.
Yeah, thank you, Lakshit. So, yeah, once again, good evening, all. Hope all going good. So, without wasting time, let's start the today's session. I hope you have learned something new yesterday about the virtual machine and creation part. So, we'll go move the same path. Let me share my screen. Yeah. Okay, great. So today we're gonna learn more stuffs about the fundamentals and some new services that we have comes into the Azure part. So let's see what are the things we're gonna learn today. It's more focused on the Azure storage services, data migration, than how the data concepts works and how database works. What are the different type of database which is supported on Microsoft Azure. Then we'll learn a little bit about the client and server architecture. That will give a little idea for the practical part that we're going to learn. And we will try to host our own dedicated website on Azure portal. And for the future perspective, one project that you can add in your curriculum, that how you have created the portfolio website for you while learning the Azure fundamental only. Correct. Of course, today topic is more towards the identity and governance part. So that thing I have not taken full, only the just overview I will take you, because that is important to understand the client and server architecture as a basics, so that we can do management part and that thing. So that we will cover tomorrow in advanced part, that how we can do monitoring part and security services. So we'll go step by step, of course. Yeah. So you know me already, no issues there. So let's jump into the Azure storage services that we have. So this is actually divided into two categories. The first we call as API, REST API we have, and the second is dedicated for the virtual machines that we use. So the first question comes, what is API? Anybody knows? You can do comment what is API is, or any full form and what is the work is there. You can try it research today. That is the first keyword for you to research on it. So I will just give a little intro about the API. API stand for application program integration, that help you to fetch information from database to the server. So the communication channel should be very fast, and you will get the access on the browser or on mobile application very fast. So that's how API is helping us to build lightweight applications, and it will fetch information from database very easily. That's why we can see a second category that we have, it's called the REST API. And the storage part is more of the storage. You can simplify, say, hard drive storage or SSD storage that we use to store your data for longer time period. So even there also, this thing is divided into two parts, that is file storage and disk storage. Okay. And in the API, that is more toward the database part. So that is table, queue, and blob. Okay, so the definition here you can see I have added. You can see your blob, files, queue, and disk is available. Okay, so if you go backward, disk storage is you are creating virtual machine. Yesterday we have seen that while creating a virtual machine, it is taking by default 30 GB storage for Linux environment. Correct. So that is a longer time storage that we are using it. File storage is used for frequent kind of work, like generally we have to fetch data, store, or documentation part kind of things. So their file storage is more recommended because the read and write speed is faster compared to the disk storage. Disk storage is used for longer time period, like you have uploaded some videos or photos of your friends, sister, or family members on marriage, or something like personal data that is stored for a longer period. Just like we have an external hard drive that we use to store some external data for a longer period of time, that is more attached to your personal images, videos, or documents part. So there disk storage is more recommended, while file storage is recommended for the frequent kind of use, like we have daily basis of some documentation checklist we have to check, or in the finance part, or we have the HR department, we have to check the resume and update the templates. So that is a day to day task part we have to do. So there we recommend file storage. Okay, so that is the two difference we have in terms of virtual machine storing the data. And the second that we are using is called the REST API. So that is used more frequently for the developers. For us, as we are developers, so we have to focus on this area where we are working on website creation, mobile application creation, or any web app based application where we are building. So REST API or API will help you. Again, in API we have different categories are come into the market, but that is a base part you can understand as a fresher level. Okay, so there you can see the definition we have. Blob is used for large database or data structure. Let's suppose we have to store 2 TB, 3 TB of database or data storage. So there we can go for Azure Blob service. Azure file is used generally on the frequent use type of time. There you have both the connection, public cloud, private cloud, or hybrid mode. So there you can see this written on-premise deployment generally. So this is for the frequent use of part that we use. Then Azure Queue and Disk is mainly for the database application. So Queue is used for the messaging kind of applications and component, like we have push notification kind of information, or when we update some application, download, create file, so we got some automatic response mail or a notification. So that is a part of Azure Queue service. Disk is a specific block we have, like 30 GB storage be required or 100 GB of storage is required. So it's a block level volume that we get it for the dedicated virtual machines, like a external extra storage we require. So there Azure Disk Service you can use it. Okay, now there you can see the architecture I have added for the storage part, and you can see the differentiation with the examples is written, like import export. Then we have client libraries, so there we are using different kind of languages. SMB client is there for sharing files from one operating system to another operating system, or from one network organization to another network organization. So there we have. So front layer you can see we have this kind of storage options are available, and it depends on the working condition, like which kind of work you have to do. Let's suppose you are just required to learn about the virtual machine, and you want to create a one virtual machine maybe in Windows or Linux environment, and after using 1 month you think like I need to increase the storage size because 30 GB is not enough for working my the project part, whatever the project or task you are doing. So what you gonna do, you go for the specific disk storage part. and there you can increase the storage up to 200 GB. That is a condition we have. Let's suppose you are a developer, you are building some e-commerce website or system level kind of applications. So there you are using any REST API from here. Okay, in that categories you have to store data in table format or in queue format to get the updates or up reply automatically. So then you can go for the REST API storage options. So this is how the depends on the work condition and projects that we are doing in industry and the organization part. Okay, now moving, so this is some more realistic use cases. I have added one more image. I have got it. So there you can see infrastructure as a storage, in which you have the virtual machine is related to the infra part, where it is also defined in two area. Disk storage, that is a bulk storage if you require, and file is required for the frequent use. So that is a part we call as a infrastructure. That is this one, the right side, a virtual machine. So that is the infrastructure as a service you are taking. While the this particular part, platform as a service, because this is maximum is used by the developers. And again in developer also, which kind of application you are building. So there also it is divided into tables and objects format, and then we have a queue to provide some notification based kind of applications. Table is used for the NoSQL kind of format. Let's suppose we are creating some social media website or some messaging application in which you don't know that how user will input the value. It can be option is available in text format, video format, image format. So that is a unstructured data, so that comes into tables format, because here we use a specific NoSQL database, and that we also discuss in the upcoming slides. And objects is used more for the particularly large scale of scenarios, there we are doing some data analytics or big data kind of work. So there we go for that. So all this compromise comes into the platform as a service. Nowadays we are maximum the applications and the hostings, the management of the application is built on microservices and serverless compute, because serverless compute not require any dedicated virtual machine and operating system. You just access the service with less amount of money. Microservices are used to perform multiple tasks at the same time. So these two things is again combined with the Docker or container based services to enhance the performance and the workload of the industry. Okay, so that are the some realistic case scenarios you can able to see in the development and the production and the operational area in the industry. So as a fresher, I think these are the some new keywords you are first time hearing, but let's go a little bit back in the web and mobile application. Okay, so you want to develop a website, or you want to just learning the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript to build a website. In that also you have two cases are available. That is static website you want to build or dynamic website you want to build. So depending on the case scenario, you can work on the table database. There you can go for the web and mobile app. So app services will be used on Azure to host your web application or mobile application. So that we will see in the upcoming part. And let's move. So the second topic is data migration. Okay, you have understand that which kind of service we required for a cloud platform. That is the first thing. Now when we are migrating, so these are the three steps that we follow. It's divided into three steps. Like think about in your college, you are having around 2000 students are learning in different branches of engineering and commerce background or management related courses, correct, in your college. So you have 2000 students plus 300 professors and management employees are there. So overall we can take 2500 student or candidate database we have to maintain. Okay, so that is maintained on some application. Generally, we use ERP based application that is used for enterprise relation projects, and an application that we use to manage the information, to manage the personal growth of each candidate and all the personal data and whatever the work is going or assigned, that all the thing is managed by the ERP kind of tools. So that is running on local server or on a local system. Now college has decided that they want to migrate their local database onto the cloud platform, or they want to go to online. It's a part of like digitization you are going to go for the data part. So before migrating, we have to do the assessment. That is the first task, because right now user data is important because it's a college data. So if your information got leaked, your personal information got leaked, so anybody can use that information in illegal kind of activities. So that is important, that we have to firstly check the platform, that they are good or not, they can maintain their database, the security is enough or not, the process of accessing data or easy to access is not. So this is all the tasks we do in the pre-migration process, where we can see that how many type of database we have available, how we can access it, which kind of information we can store for a longer period or take as a backup part, and which data is required on a regular frequently based use. So these are the things we do as a paper documentation on the pre-migration stage. After the finalization is done, then we do MU, that is called as mutual of understanding between the two parties. Then the second agreement we do SLA. SLA stand for the service level agreement, that for how many years we are taking these services, and what are the maintenance charge or what are the maintenance and tech support will be provided by the Azure. These are the things we write in the SLA agreement. And after finalizing both the documents and some payment process, then the actual practical or the technical engineers start migrating their the database on the cloud platform. So after doing the documentation, the technical experts of from Azure or Azure engineers comes, and they will do the migration on the cloud platform. So that is the second stage, in which you can see from private system it is migrating and uploading on the cloud, just like you are using OneDrive or Google Drive at your laptop, and you want to upload your photo on the cloud platform. So that is the same thing here is also happening in a migration part. But here it's a huge amount of data. So before migrating, we have to decide this some terms and condition, because it's all the first thing is matter is the security, your privacy of your information. Okay, so that is the thing. And after that, in the post migration, what we do after the uploadation is done, we'll do the monitoring part on a continuous basis. Like any kind of update is required, any kind of backup is needed, or any kind of performance test issue is coming. For a personal level, you don't have to be worried about it. Like we are using OneDrive or Google Drive, so we can easily access the data because it's for single person. But think for a college level perspective, or it's having 2500 candidates data. So if any data is mismatched, not working properly, it will directly impact to the working model or the working process of the candidates. So that is how we can monitor, and that thing we do. So monitoring, optimization, and the how to do monitoring, so these are the topics we will cover tomorrow in the governance and management part. But this is the steps that we follow. So that is how any client or customer will onboard on the cloud platform. This is a one reason maximum will get it. So for using these services, we have a service called Azure Migrate. Let me showcase you. So Azure Migrate is available, that you can use to migrate your data or the whole infrastructure from local system or on private cloud to the online cloud. So that is we have easy to use, and easily you can set up and do all the migration part. So you can see lots of companies have using this platform in that particular area. Even you can calculate the price. Yesterday, as we have discussed how to calculate, that are the options we have available here. Okay, so let's move to the next Now, this is the advanced level of architecture you can see for the database migration. The example that I have explained you, it is for the small level. But same thing you can do in a technically, these are the options are available. So you can migrate from your Azure portal, or you can migrate from PowerShell code, or even you can migrate from the CLI. Correct. Both, all three options are available. Then we have ARM, that is a template that we use, that how you want to migrate your data. It will be connected with some operating system or just a database you have. So these are the conditions are available, and then the subscription will start for the college, that I have to pay this much money for 1 year of storage, or 1 year of maintenance on the cloud platform. So that is called the customer subscription. And when the college want to access their data from cloud platform on their local network, or into the college, so this is called the on premise network, in which we have, these are the networking services are available. Yesterday we have learned like private connection. So we have S2S, that is site to site VPN tunnel, you can create it. Or we can go for the IKE, that is also part of private to site connection we have. Or you can directly connect with the private gateway. So any one connection you can connect and get the access. So this is how the background infrastructure look like when you are using the data migration service and accessing your own data through cloud platform. Okay, so that is a overview we have. Now let's move. So I think maybe you have learned, or maybe in the upcoming semester, you will learn about the database, one of the important area, or you can say DBMS, that is database management system. So there you can see we have different kind of databases available. As a fresher level, when we start learning, so we'll learn basic SQL query. Even not SQL query, we go directly to learn MySQL, because it's the easiest database to learn and understand the concepts, how information is stored on online to the local database. So that is the part we have. Now this is a different type of approach that we use it. If I can simplify this thing, so only two type of database we have. The first we call the structured database, and the second we call the unstructured database. Okay, structure and unstructured data. So let me showcase you with the image, something like this you will get it. Okay, so let's open in the new tab, open image in new tab there. So this is the only categorization you can see. Now after that, whatever the things you see or heard about database, so these are the different management tools we have. And the basic language that we want to learn for the database is SQL, that is structured query language we have to learn. And for the unstructured database, we go for the NoSQL, that is unstructured data. So if you are using MySQL, so it is a structured database where we are creating a table and row. Simply you can refer is with the help of Excel sheet. In Excel sheet, what actually happen? We have a row and column where you can store data in a systematic way. Just take an example of on our website portal. So we have specifically the registration form, login form, in which we have a predefined values are set. That in registration form we have to ask username, password, full name, email ID, mobile number, and any verification in ID, like 6 to 5 field. So it will be entered by the user and it will be stored in the background of database. Correct. So that is a structure format, like it will be defined already. But in unstructured data, what actually happen, you are not aware about it, that what will be the next data will be uploaded by user. Here you can see we have images, audio, video, word processing, email file. You can take any social media website, or you can also take WhatsApp. In WhatsApp also we have multiple options are available. Okay, but WhatsApp is a very simplified application. Is that is not that much complex comparing with the some online social media website like Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, YouTube. We have, like, they are the big applications. So we have different kind of values we can submit. Okay, so that is we call as a unstructured data, and this is a structured data. Correct. To manage database. So structured data is will be good as a refer. To management of one structure, we have to do little bit hard work, because we have to work on more particular part. So that is the thing we have. Now let's go to the main part. So I think you have heard about many different type of management tools. Any one tool you can take, start learning and expertise on that. Later on, you can move to any other database. It's easy to use. Very you can say minor query particular differences you will get it. If you have learned MySQL, it's easy. You can migrate to MongoDB. You can migrate to Oracle database. Few of the commands are different, because these are the softwares, or you can say the platform there you can managing the particular data, the information. You can take a reference with this. I think maybe some of you create some notes to learn new things, or to write a notes in a notebook, or you can take some online, or we have the the cheats that is come in yellow paper, that we can just write any small thing and attach to near of a laptop or PC, so that you can monitor that what are the tasks we have to do. Generally we do the to-do list, correct? So these are the approaches available. So the same notes you can also create on some notepad. Quick note is there, Notion you can use it. We have maybe you can go for a Word document file, you can add it. So we have different type of text file that you can use to note it, okay? Or you can write in some message and use a save into the WhatsApp. So the same way, database is the same thing, but to manage this thing we have different kind of platforms are available. Some platforms are free of course, that is we can call as a open source, and some are paid version, like Oracle. We have Google BigQuery is there, okay? We can go for Amazon Redshift is paid one. MySQL, Cassandra, these are the open source platforms that you can use it to integrate a huge amount of data base at the same time, okay? So that is a back core of the website. When you are accessing any information, so that is fetched from the database, okay? So now move further. Now let's jump to the client and server architecture that we have. So here you can see I have added one image. In that you can see the server, and on the left side you can get the information about the internet. So that is through mobile phones you can able to connect your system, you can connect it. So this is a very basic architecture we have. And in the background, even here you can see MySQL database is connected. So if you take in a very simple website, and there you want to access any information, so that will be fetched from the database. And this is a server is again a simple laptop, but the only difference between the client laptop as a personal laptop that we are using, we have a limited 16 GB, maximum 34 GB of RAM access we have. You have the limited processor, maybe you are using Intel processor, or you are using AMD processor. When you have buy a laptop, so that is a fix, you cannot able to upgrade that particular processor or graphic card. You can at least upgrade the RAM and hard drive storage or SSD storage, but not the processor or the graphic card. So that is a restriction you have in your laptop. So that is actually built for the end users like us, as a personal computer or personal use. While server have no limitation, it have a high computing power, high GPU power, high CPU power, high processing, and multi task, multi management. These are the things it will be handled by server, because here we can use 1 TB of RAM also at the same time, 2 TB RAM also we can use it, petabyte of data you can store. So that is what we call this server. Server means it is providing the services. It can be any kind of services. It can be file transfer service, mail service is there, website hosting service is there. Like these are the steps available in this part. Okay. So now let's jump to a little bit advanced level, how it is work. So this is the advanced level of client and server architecture we have. And there you can see we are using some technical keywords. Nowadays all the websites are running in this platform, because it's advanced and easy to use, and protection is also required at the same time. Okay, so here you can see we have the client. There you can you can using through the mobile phone or laptop or PC. Same website we can open it. But when we request from internet, so actually it will not directly go to the server that is running here, like in the traditional what actually happen in the, like if you go for 10 or 20 like 10 or 20 year back, so this is how it works. But nowadays this is little bit advanced. So instead of going directly from the server, it goes to the CDN. And CDN is content delivery network, as we have discussed on first day. So that provide you the fast access of the website and the web pages. So the traffic will go to the CDN, and then it will goes to the server side, or else it will go from internet to the load balancer. Because if the traffic is coming from multiple sites, so first of all we will check with the load balancer, and after that it will goes to the server. Okay, and from server, if some information is already stored, so that is called the cache memory, like a short memory. So sometimes what actually happen, you have noticed, you have log in your Gmail account, you have log in your Facebook or LinkedIn account or YouTube account, so you don't have to log in again and again. Once you have log in your browser, it will automatically fetch the information from cache memory. It will not go to every time to the server. So whenever you log in or open your mail, you don't have to write password every time. Okay, until if you are not opening the browser on incognito mode or private mode, because there the information or cookies will not store. So that is the one condition we have. Okay, when we are using a normal approach, so this is the part. Cache is again help us to give the response very fastly. Nowadays we are using CDN to fetch information and the website very fastly at the same time. Okay, and in the background, of course, we have the databases available, and we can take a backup of database, because we don't know if any kind of attack is happened from here or on the server. So our personal data will be lost or it can be breached. So to recover that data, every company follow the backup database. Okay, so that they can recover from the data that is in a store. So that is the level that we have, and all the website that you can see nowadays is working on the this level. Or I can showcase you, like if you go for the DNS mapper, I think. Let me showcase you the DNS format of one website, or any website. You can just go here and there you can get a little idea. Let's go with the olx.com. Okay, so it's a little bit, it's small, but at the same time you can see. So let me zoom this thing. Now here you can see this is a website we have, and these are the location where the website is hosted. Like these are the hosting provider servers are available. It's a big company. Now OLX is not only doing the business in India but all in some other countries also. Okay, so that is location you have. This is a DNS server that we. So here you can see the two names it is giving for the US location. Okay, and this is a MX. MX is used for the mail exchange record. That is for the mail system that we want to send any mail or anything. So that is part we have in the MX record. And further, we got lots of information. So don't worry about it. Let me showcase you the graph. Here you can see the Cloudflare. So Cloudflare is used to work as a CDN. Okay, and these are the all public website. So all over the world, the website can be accessed in the background like this. Okay, and in the last, you will get some more. OpenRest is again is one proxy server. CloudFront is there to provide the security on the website. And in the last, you can see the original website is running on Apache server. That is a web server on the Ubuntu machine. So that is the location we got. Is this is the public IP from where the website is host, and this is running on EC2, that is AWS cloud platform. Same you will get more on the Azure platform also. So that is the part we have, and this is a graph you will get it. So if you see the view graph in new tab, something like this is show. So that is the main website, and then in the background whatever the companies and architecture is running, on these are the different service providers like the servers. So different country they have launched their own website, and from there they are accessing the website very fastly. Okay, that is we have. So it is A stand for the IPv4, that is IP address. Okay, of a website. And there you can have the name server, that is the first two name server that is used to resolve the domain name and into the IP address. And then this is for by the Google, they are using the mail services from the Google. So that is how the background infrastructure will work like. Okay, so if you want to see some other website or you want to visit, this is the website we have called DNS Dumpster that you can use it, and the background code is written in Python. Okay, so that is for knowledge purpose. Yeah. So let's move for the further, and now we'll learn about the website hosting. That is main practical task that we have to do. So here we have two type of hosting that we do. The first we call the static website. Anybody knows any static website example? You can do comment. Anybody knows like which website you think is a static website, and any difference like between the static website and the dynamic website, as you are doing maybe BTech or BCA, so you have some idea about the development part. Okay, so let me explain this thing. A static website is the particular website where we are not working with the database. Okay, taking example of Wikipedia. Wikipedia is just used to open a website and read the blogs. That's it. There is a no database we are accessing for the user end. You can take some websites like blog websites are available, or subscription based websites are available, or portfolio website you can see. So that is a part of static website, because there we are not asking any information from the user end. Okay. If you visit Wikipedia, it will ask to log in their account, and then you can able to read the content. No, it's just a free. So it's just a website there you can go. Medium is again a one big platform we have. Then we have Dev.to in our Azure community we are using for the development and the blogs. There we can get technical blogs. So that is also part of a static website. There we are not creating any account, and we are not accepting any information of the user to store it. So that is a part we call as a static website. And comparing to the dynamic, so dynamic is a full-fledged website like e-commerce, social media website is there, OTT platform. Okay, and any other like you can go for some work related or static analytic related websites. So there actually what happened, users information is storing in the backend in database. So that is a part we call as a dynamic website, or dynamic part hosting. So on the right you can see the image also here. So app service is the app integration service that we're going to use to host a website, and this is a CDN is running. Blob storage is to store the data, and database you can see. Application insight we use to analysis and monitor the whole production and the performance of a website. Now if this thing is work on a large scale, then it will move to the DevOps pipeline. In DevOps pipeline what actually happen, we have a big applications or big website is running, so they will be launched on public portal. That is not an issue, but in the background continuous development is also going on. Like you can take any LMS website like Udemy, we have Coursera, we have Edureka. Okay, we have Microsoft Learn portal is there. There you can get some digital learning access. So that is a continuous development is going on. Okay, so that will be the pipeline that we can integrate with the DevOps with the regular updates. But as a normal, you can just use this half part, like from the database and app services to launch a website. So today's task that you have to do, like yesterday, I have given you the to launch and understand the Windows operating system on Azure. Maybe if anybody have tried, that is good. If not, so try to do the practical part. Recording is already available, and today you have to launch or see the how we can launch a static website, because it's a free of cost. Okay, So that you have to do. I also given the this link from the Azure part there, how you can host a website and a static matter. So step by step method is already given. You can check out it after the session over for today and practice. And you can add that particular part as a mini project or as a project in your resume also, so that you can understand the cloud concept, you can understand the website hosting and the difference. Maybe you can code your own custom website and try to upload it. So that is a small project for you in terms of development, or if you want to grow your career in the web development or software development part. So that is a initial start you will get it with integration on cloud platform. So that is a plus point you will get at the same time. Okay, now moving for the hosting on Azure, that will be the dynamic part. So I again given this particular training path here. Now let me check if it is opening or not. So in dynamic, we have multiple options are available. Like we can integrate and launch from the virtual machine, we can host from the app service, or we can host through Docker containerization service base also. So these are the options available. So today I will showcase you how we can launch through app service and from virtual machine also. Okay, so I think we have time, of course, almost, yeah. No problem. I will just showcase you one at least practical, so you get a little idea, and then you can go. So let's log into the Azure portal. So remember yesterday we have launched the Ubuntu machine and we have accessed it. So there, what I gonna do? I will just do two things. I will just showcase you to launch in Apache server, and there I will showcase you that how. So in Ubuntu, I will launch the Apache server. I will install. So Apache, I think everybody knows or not, it's an open source web server through which you can host a website or web application through this portal. Apart from that, we have Tomcat, Nginx, IAS web server from the Windows platform. That thing. So here you can see we have the resource there. You can click there, and I will just start the machine because already have launched yesterday. I already showcased you. So let's start the machine, and it is starting. And in the download folder, remember that we have go through with the PAM file. So there you can just type the CMD, and I think you will get that access. So it is started. Now you can go to the SSH connection, and there you can see the this 12 gigabyte. So I will just copy this particular area, the username, and then I will go there. So let me go to ssh hyphen I, and you can see this is the file we Azure key. Yeah, okay. So Azure OS1 key, and then username and the IP address. Then you can hit enter, and you can see we got the connection because yesterday I already given the password, so it will automatically connect. It remember it. So you can see here who am I, user. We can get the uname hyphen a, that is the we have. Now we can switch to root user because then only we can access. Like a root user is same. We have in Windows environment operating system admin account or administrator, but they are both not the same level, but similarity you can say as a initially to understand. So here we have to install the Apache application. So you have to do apt install, and you can just type Apache. So simply you can just click yes, it will start it, and it is done. So I'm just showing you the how a static website we can launch through Apache. I'm not installing the database and how to connect because it's a long practical will happen. So we are with time foundation. So now you can see you can use system ctl start Apache, and you can see the status here. So it is running now. It is running on 80 port number. You can see Now, one thing we have to do here, you have to go to the Azure portal, go back, and in this resource, you can see the security. Remember, yesterday we only allow SSH. Okay, at the time of creation. So let me write all the commands. If you want to just go through, you can just check out it. So first thing we have done login. Then you can use sudo su to come into the root user. Then you can use apt install Apache 2. You can just click yes, and then you can use systemctl start Apache 2. And if you want to see the status, same command status and Apache 2. Now next step, allow 80 port and HTTP protocol inbound rule in firewall. This thing we have to do. Then only we can able to access the public website of this running. Yesterday we have done SSH, that is 22 port number we have allowed. So today we can do the 80. So there you have to go. There you can say this thing. You can go downward. Security we have this part, and let me go to the networking option. There you can see the rules are available. So only we have enabled the SSH. Now you have to go to the networking, click on the inbound rule and add inbound port rule. So there you have to go and enable the any resource source port, and you can take it, or you can just go specific part, no issue. The destination you can get it, so you can know how to do. Only there you can just type 80 port number and allow, or any kind of information come, allow. That's it. If you want to provide any description, you can like HTTP protocol is enabled for communication. So that thing can do as for your knowledge purpose, and then simply add it. Okay. So it will take few seconds. Yeah. Okay. So the it is done. You can see here. Now you can see this is a public IP. You just have to copy this public IP and then go here and access through this public IP. So let's see if we can get the access or not. Here you can type 80 port number to access. So this is the Apache we have got it. So I have allow 80, then only we can able to access this website which is running on this particular part. Now this is a very basic one. I didn't have connected database, so that is not a dynamic one. I have didn't enable the SSL certificate, so it will not running on HTTPS. It is running only on simple HTTP, because this is a very basic. One more thing, I have didn't enable the DNS server, that is a domain name, so that this website will run on domain website like google.com, facebook.com. So it is dedicated running on IP address. Now we want to change some content or file path. So there you can go. So the by default location of any Ubuntu, that is the Apache server file. So that is a by default location of web server files for file editing for web server. So that will be /where/www/html. This is a location you will get it to when you're doing a manual code. You will get this location. So I will go there. That will be cd/where. I think it's visible, correct? Yeah. Let me central. Now it is good. Okay, where then www and html. Okay, and you can see ls. So we have this index file. If you want to see the output, you can use index command, and you will get this whole HTML code. But it's little bit difficult to add it. So I will just go and use a nano editor. Nano editor is just like a mouse per editor, but this is running only command line, so you will not get the any graphical access. Okay, so index. One thing I can do here. Okay, let me create a custom HTML code. So I will do uh, copy index. Okay, it's not created, so no problem is there. And the index hello dot html. Okay, now let me see. I'm just moving the file. We can see I have just transferred the file code onto the hello. Now if I reload this thing, you will not get empty data. Like this is a HTML file you will get as a download option. Okay, so what we're gonna do, I will just create one more file, index.html, enter, and now here we will write some HTML code. So I know little bit HTML language, so I just use that as a reference. So is it 900 bootcamp, or you can go for workshop training. This is the title of the website. Then you can go for that is body, and body tag you can just go with the center. Hello, how are you? Okay, I'm just giving this value center, and we can use br for break line, one more br for break line, and then one title h1. It is a static site we have access, and then close the tags, and body we will close, and html we will close it. Now control s, save the file, and here I will use to restart because we have changed something, so you can just do the restart for a secure condition. That is done. Now here you can just reload the website, it will look like this. And you can also try from your side that if I am showing something wrong, you can just copy this IP address and check out on your own browser. It is running right now on your public portal. So you can just type this IP address 20.235.249.101, and you can able to see the same content that I have. Okay, to just cross verify that it is correct or not. So it is publicly accessible for anywhere. Okay, so it is just a static website. We didn't have created database or connecting that thing. Okay, so I think maybe you are getting the access, same content you are looking. That how So the IP address is this one. You want to try? Once you can try 20.235.249.101. So that is the public IP that is assigned by Azure on our Ubuntu virtual machine. So there I have installed Apache server and access the website this way. Okay. So I think it is correct. Yeah. So that's how we have got it. Now, one thing I can do. This is the rule we have. Okay. So I will just, instead of allow, what I gonna do, I will just deny this rule. That means I'm just denying the all the traffic which is come from this port number. So with the help of firewall, I just deny. So the firewall will be updating. Let's wait for 2 seconds. Okay. So the firewall is updated. Now, if you go again and if you want to reload this site, you will get again getting the same content. Okay, that is good one. Or we can delete the rule also. That is also one part. Let me just try on the private mode that the rule is working or not. So that's how firewall rule will work. Yeah, now you can see we're not able to access any data because it's already cache is stored. That's why it is showing the website content. So this is how the firewall is actually working here. So at the same time, you can see how security is work. It's a small demo actually. how the protection of website will work. It's lots of things we have learned in a very small practical. Okay, because these are the basic thing is also asked in the interview question if you are applying for the job, or understand for web development or security profile or cloud administration level. So you can see we are not getting any access. Reason is simply I have just denied the rule. So again, if I go here, 80 port number, and let me just allow the traffic to every location and connections. Save this thing, and then you can see connection timeout. I will again reload it, and then you can see in the background we'll get the notification when the rule is update, and you will get the data like see. So it's a real time, everything is going on real, but it's just a one system that we have used. But think about it, when you have a number of millions of user is accessing your website, so how much responsibility you will get it. Taking a example of Flipkart, Amazon, this is a very big websites. So how they are managing this much load. So as a developer you have to build very you know secure website as well as lightweight website. Okay, so that is a one example we have. I think everybody have got a little idea. Okay, so no problem is there. Let's move to the dynamic one more example. So I have given the link, you want to go through and check out it. You can do the practice. Now comes to the one that the project part that we have discussed in the study, that portfolio website you want to create your own. Okay, so we have this the particular blog is given, and the tutorial I have added it, and here I have added some portfolio website example. So even you can search on internet for WordPress portfolio website examples. So this will be your personal project that you will get it. This is like one link you will get. I think this is the one. Yeah, this is the one I had it. So you can see some of the reference example. This is for the developer background. Then you can go for this one. This is we have. Okay, so this is kind of portal where you don't require much more code. It will automatically a drag and drop condition. Options are available. So I think yeah, this is not okay. So this is all the marketplace for actually the. Let's click on the view demo. So here you will get the some demo example. I think features one page setup. No, you will get multiple examples of a little reference idea that how you can create your own portfolio website or platform. Like here you can just go with this is how look like. So it is a drag and drop, even you don't have to do any kind of coding as a initially, because here we have to understand the concept about the cloud platform. Okay, so WordPress is one of the very frequently used platform that you go and check out it to get the information. So I think this is the example I can showcase you one more. So you have lots of opportunities are available, and in the background you are doing practical as well as same time you're learning new things. Okay, so I think they didn't given the main link of the site. Go back. I think yeah, there you can see live demo. So this is one demo you can take a reference, and you want to build your own website. You can just replace this content by your own name. Here, instead of going for the online business, there you can write web developer or upcoming web developer, front end developer, a full stack developer, DevOps engineer, or Azure cloud engineer. Anything you want to replace this image, drag and drop. Everything is now available in WordPress. And there you can feature like you have given some talk, you have given some project, that thing, and how your journey started, you can add it. And if you are interested in blogs in terms of learning the things and write, so you can add here to just get some more references. So that's the example we have. Now let's see how we can launch the same thing on platform. So this is I think the diagram we have. It's a little advanced diagram. Actually you can see that how WordPress is actually work. but I give you one reference, practical example. So let's jump to the Azure. Let me go to overview and shut down this machine, and that is done. Then you can go to the Azure, and here you can type app service or app. This is the part. So it is a dynamic approach because WordPress is interconnected with the database by default. Okay, so here you can click on the create option, and let's see. So subscription we know, and I think we have multiple. So last one that we have created yesterday, I think, AZ900 Bootcamp. So this is the we will gonna use. Website name, what website name you require. So I will just write AZ900 Bootcamp. Okay, I think the name is already got it. So that is good. Here we have like a static web you want to go. This is also option. Containerization is also there, and you can go for the done. Then here you can go in for any which kind of language you want to access. So that option is available, and where it is gone, runtime stack. Okay, so we go for PHP, Linux based environment, location. You can go for that. The Linux plan is connected, enable, and then you can go for next for deployment. So here you can connect your account with GitHub also. If you have written your own code and doing customization, that thing you can do. Next, for the monitoring part you can go. Then for the this is normal monitoring section we'll discuss tomorrow, and the governance part, so don't worry about that particular area. And yeah, simply you can just check review and create option. You the validation is pass, and then you can create the plan and connect with the app part. So that is the one option. That's how you can do, or you can just simply search here for WordPress. Okay, so you will get this marketplace WordPress is available, and with different integration part also. So you can go with normal WordPress, and you will get the template. It's a predefined template. So yeah, I will just go, and there you can see. So create a WordPress on app service. You can see it will redirect directly. So it is the easiest method you will get it. So that is we have done. Location we can just change to any other. MySQL service not flexible. Let's see any other location if we get. Just a second. Japan East. Okay, that is correct. Done. Now here you can provide is it 900. The name is valid. No, already taken. Is it 900 cloud? Simply by default, I will just give the password and username. So username, I will just take my, or you can go with admin 900 and the password. So password should be strong because this is an admin account. If it is not secure, so maybe somebody can crack your password and easily get the full access of your website. Okay, so once more I will type it. Yeah, match. Let's go to review and create very simply and short. Okay, so it's a very short method to host a WordPress, but for a longer period it will be little bit complex. Big depends on the case scenario and that part. So you can see it is created, started, and just you can create the machine. That's it. Now it will take 1 or 2 minutes, so I will not take more much time. That is we have, I think. So this is a link in the below. I have also given the quick start link to launch a WordPress site on the Azure, and then you want to drag and update. So to build your own portfolio website, of course you have to learn a little bit about how WordPress is work, the backend part, and how it is managed. So you can do practice again in the same part, but it will take time. So there is no hurry is there, but this is a future approach, and you can start learning and creating your own project. You can showcase on GitHub profile, and you can add in your resume, so that will give you a benefit for the future perspective in terms of getting good jobs with higher package of salary. Okay, so yeah, knowledge check will do, but so there you can see it is just take few minutes, I think. Yeah, okay, it is just taking little time. Okay, so till it will take little few 1 or 2 minutes. So we'll do a question answering. Okay, so again we have today some few question I have added. So let's see the what kind of answer you can provide. This is a two question we have in terms of Azure storage part. Anybody want to try? What will be the answer for the first and second question? Okay, so anybody got the answer? Little bit idea, like which tool we are now using. So we have, I think you are not aware about the file sync or storage explorer. Storage explorer we use to just explore the storage resources that we have. Is it copies actually we copy from different cloud platform data. So that's the thing we have. So file sync is the answer that we have. The second question is the redundancy. So again, this thing you have to know a little bit. I will provide the answer here. You can just cross verify. Okay. So the first question will be this one, and the second will be the answer is this one. Correct. One more question I have added. This one we have. So it is showing like big data analytics per perspective, which Azure storage service we want to go for, blob, files, or disk. That one. So remember, if you recall it, in the starting of session we have discussed each functions. So what will be the answer? Try. Okay. So answer will be, it will be I think blob. Yeah. Okay, so file is used for the frequent use kind of case scenario. Azure Disk is used for the virtual machine storage. So the first will be the answer because it is used for bulk data. So big data is you have refer for the big amount of data. Data analytics or data scientists are used. So that is the part we have. So this is a three question I think we have. Let me check if the deployment. Yeah, it will take 1 or 2 minutes. So till what we can do, we can take some few questions from your side. That will be good to cover at parallelly. Yeah. So everybody is welcome for the question. Yeah, please. Anybody have question? Do let me know. Let me check on the mobile phone then. Okay, I got the answer. Answer. Okay. Let me scroll up for chat. Okay, nobody have any question? You can type. You can type in the chat box again. So I will give the answer for each questions. It is not compulsory to work with the Apache server. You can go for Tomcat, you can go for Nginx, which is more better and lightweight. We have light speed web server is available, or if you are launching on Microsoft scenario server, so you can go for IS web server also. I just given one example that how web server is actually work and we can host it. So it's up to your choice. Any web server you can launch. It's just a kind of software that support to host the websites and web application. Okay. Yeah.
Now, guys, if you have any questions or any doubts, please let us know in the comment section. We are open for the queries now.
Yeah.
Is it compulsory to work with Apache? Dev Gupta is asking.
Yeah, I have given the answer. It's not compulsory for requirement. You can go. It's your own, server part. It's not here there. Yes, we can provide the PPT. I think already we have shared. So rest also we will provide everybody. Yeah. Any other question? I got it.
Can
Okay,
you tell it?
Kaushal is asking, yeah, IAM part. So, Kaushal, IAM stand for Identity Access Management, and it is a part of to provide rules and regulation of the resources. So, in a company, what actually happens? System admin will handle this thing to manage the resources. Like let's suppose developer team required more software and development related tools. So, admin will assign resources according to that, but for the same different department like HR don't require development related tools, so they go for the SaaS application like Office 365, PowerPoint or Word file, so that will be assigned to that particular part. So IAM is a one particular approach through which you can control the resources in a company or in an organization. So that's how you can battle utilize the assets, because if you're using anything on cloud platform, it will start increasing your billing account. So to manage properly each resources, there we use IAM to restrict that control, and it will be a role based that we call as RBAC policy, that is role based access control to the resource that we are using, the company assets, or even the laptops that we will provide to work from home for the employees, that is also remotely can control and access and monitor. So this is a part of IAM on cloud platform we use to enhance the security and control. That is the first work. Second thing is that we can enable the multi-factor authentication with the help of IAM part, in which you can use any two-factor authentication apart from password. So that feature is also comes into the IAM to provide more advanced security to all users to access the resources of company on cloud platform. Yeah. Then we got it like, did we know? Anova, you are asking the IP address, so that I have provided. It's just a virtual machine IP address that I have got it when I have launched my virtual machine. So IP address will be changed when you are launching your own virtual machine. That will be a different public IP. So that is the thing I think you want to know. Uh, okay, Kamal. So data migration is an important part. Kamal, see, whenever some small company want to migrate their full infrastructure, local system infrastructure to the cloud platform, so there we do data migration. Hospitals, banks, they are storing huge amount of data, so there we require data migration services. It's a very big part we have. So whenever the new business start, whenever some new customer want to migrate from local laptop or local private server to the cloud platform, so data migration service will always help you to resolve that query and resolve a workload part. So there we actually use data migration services. Okay. And yeah. Okay, Amit. So see, SQL is just a kind of language. We call it a structured query language that we use to learn database queries, how to manage and how to. Just like you can take an example of programming language. So as initially somebody tell that we can start any one basic language like C, C++, or you can go for Java or Python. Okay. So these are the different languages we use to build applications and software, and database we use to manage the storage of the data. So there we have to learn some language. So that is the language you call SQL, structure query language. That is the basic core. And then over that, you are using MySQL, PHP, MyAdmin, MongoDB, Cassandra is there, Big Data Query is there. You can go for a PostGRE, SQL or SQLite. These are the different database management. So they use according to that to manage the resources. So that is the SQL is all about. Yeah. And others, see, structured database is managed by the MySQL, PHP, MyAdmin, this kind of tools. Unstructured database is used by the like Cassandra. We have a big data query or Oracle database we use. So only the query we have to use it. That is a language. Management is done by the storage part. So that is a query that we fetch to manage structured and unstructured database. So for structured database, we learn SQL query language, and for unstructured database, we learn NoSQL query, NoSQL query database to manage the unstructured database. So that is a two simple difference we have. Okay, and okay, I think I have covered all the question. Anybody have any other question? Before that, if you have right, let me know.
Yeah, and also guys, I have pasted the today's giveaway link in the comment section. You can check this out. Do share your today's learning with us on the LinkedIn, and people can see you so that yeah, you are learning something. We are having some giveaways for you, and those who have won the giveaways, guys, you haven't messaged us. A few of you has messaged us already, but I request you to please text us, either me or the Azure Developer Community. Any of you can just text over us over LinkedIn like you won on this day, and we'll be giving you the Microsoft Azure credit vouchers. Okay, so there is one. There are some few questions. If sir, if you can address,
Yeah.
accepting cash cookies,
So
is it bad or
see, Amit, accepting cache and cookie is not a bad thing. Actually, we used to reduce the workload for web server, because in web server, what actually happened, we are getting a continuous request. So with the help of cache and cookies, this workload will be decreased. One thing we can do, if it is a unsecured, so we can use session management and cookie management kind of concept to secure the cache and cookies concept. So there are multiple options are available how we can improve the security of the servers and the management part. So that option is available already to improvise it. Then Divyansh. Okay, so you can see Divyansh, AI have multiple roles. Still, it is in the development phase. AI, it is in like learning something and in automate. So in cloud platform, what actually happen when we are doing some AI kind of projects like image recognition is there, or some medical health analysis there. So AI is helping us to calculate the data set. Okay. AI is means what? It is learning automatically. So how it will run? Until and unless we didn't provide any kind of output to do that particular system. Just take an example of we have, you can take Alexa, or we have Google Voice is there, or you can go for Apple Siri. So how they are learning new things. When we talk to them, when we are submitting our personal information, when we are submitting the personal detail, then according to that it will run and give the response. So the same thing is also happen in cloud platform, that we required huge amount of data to recognize, to understand the functionality. Then only AI technology will improvise itself. So database and data storage is helped through cloud platform. So that's how cloud is playing important role in terms of developing AI in different kind of projects. Okay, like nowadays you can see open AI is available, chat GPT is there. So how they are improvising, because they required huge amount of database, and according to that database it will filter the information and then they will give you. Okay, so that is part of we have in cloud. Okay, so I think that is the question we have got, the last one. Yeah. Okay, let me showcase you the output. So we'll go to the deployment. It is already done. And so the machine is ready of WordPress, and yeah, it is also started. You can just click on browse option there. So it will take 5 to 10 minutes to launch, and then it will start. So that's how you can launch dynamic website Parallelly you can go to the part. So this is how the Azure, you can see here, Azure 900 website is done. Right now we didn't have enable our own custom domain name, so that's why it is taking by default Azure backend DNS name. Okay, so this is the website, you can see you're able to access. Now you want to add it, so you can just click here for WP admin that we have. You will get the login access of admin panel, and there you can go for Azure, or it's admin, correct? Admin 900 cyber hash. So this is a backend panel of admin of WordPress. So there you can learn to create a website very easily. It's a drag and drop. You can see it, just a drag and drop. There is no code you have to write. So that's how simplify you can use WordPress to create your own custom portfolio website. Or if you know basic coding or and JavaScript, so you can create a core portfolio website also, and you can directly launch on cloud platform. So you can see we have multiple options are available, and that's how you can launch. So that is also a small demo. Of course, to understand and grab this much information, you require time and do practice. Then only you can able to learn. Because to showcase me, it's not my problem is that because I already know this thing. But for you, these are all the things are new first time. So when you start put timing into the practice, you're gonna learn lots of new thing parallelly in short time of period. Okay, so that is the main motive behind this thing. Okay, so that is the one demo. I think we have got all the topics covered today. Yeah, so anybody have any other question, we can accept today else. That's all for today's time. Yeah.
Yes, sir. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining in. Here are the socials of Mukesh. I've already shared the socials of Mukesh over your mail also. You can just connect with him if you have any doubt in future. You can just connect with him in future also. So thank you for sir. Thank you for giving us your time. So guys, do post your queries. Do post your if you have any query or any doubt. Just come up with your doubt. Yeah, exactly. What is the meaning behind 900 in the Azure 900? Amit Sukla is asking. Sir, maybe you are in mute. Sir, you are mute. Mm, Sir, you are on mute. We are not able to hear you.
Yeah, now I think it's audible.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a simply I can say it just a nomenclature is given. Microsoft had not decided that what kind of name they will give. So that's just given as a number part. There is a no specific reason. I think as per my knowledge, there is no like 900 or 200. That's just a name they have given. The main motive is the AZ. It's main important that A to Z any kind of service you will get it on cloud platform. So that is the main part that you have to remember. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I guess there are no more questions in the comment section. So we can wrap this session over here. So thank you guys. Thank you for joining in. Let's meet tomorrow with your questions and doubts. And tomorrow is the last day of the bootcamp. So do join tomorrow, guys. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Bye,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Thank you.
Bye.